was certainly an unexpected conclusion to the whole Tomas saga. Thanks to his shape-shifting ability, he slipped free of the knights and escaped.
Shape-shifting.
Yes, that's what I said. Also, I know what you want to say next. His powers are just like the ones you gave me.
His powers are just like the ones you gave me. Are you in league with him, Arval? Where did these powers come from?
If I am in league with him, no one has informed me. All I have is you, my dear partner in destiny. Still, I saw what you saw. Clearly, we don't have a monopoly on shape-shifting.
And now that everyone knows about Tomas, some of them must have connected the dots back to me. At least they've had the grace to keep it to themselves.
It's because they trust you. Hold on, someone's coming.
Ah, there you are.
Something wrong?
No, I simply wanted to check in after the unsettling events of the other day.
I kinda try not to dwell on stuff like that, but I admit I'm having more trouble shrugging this off than usual. It's gonna make my life a lot harder if my powers end up being evil.
Perhaps. And yet... how do I put this? Power is neutral. The good or evil of it comes from the one who wields it. For example, I possess extreme strength, and have always believed this gift was bestowed upon me so that I might protect others. And you used your power to save us, which means it cannot possibly be evil.
Didn't mean to fish for sympathy there, but, well, thanks.
My apologies if I overstepped.
I've been looking all over for you, Prince Dimitri. Her Grace the Archbishop is asking for you. She requests that you come to the audience chamber immediately. Duke Fraldarius has arrived for a visit.
Rodrigue is here? I'm on my way. Let us continue this discussion later.
Hold on. What did you say?
I've only just heard the news, so I'm a bit hazy on the finer points. But it seems my uncle has seized control of the capital and declared war on House Fraldarius. All signs point to him wanting to stamp the line out entirely.
That's Felix's family, right? They're one of the kingdom's leading houses. What does the royal family gain from eliminating them?
I'd wager it has to do with House Fraldarius supporting my claim to the throne.
The bigger question is why the Grand Duke chose to launch an offensive now of all times.
Whatever the reason, he must have decided to act before His Highness's coronation could take place.
My uncle claims House Fraldarius is attempting to install me as their puppet. As such, he issued a written appeal to the Western Lords to help him rescue me from the Duke's foul clutches, as he puts it.
In what cruel world would our noble house take the reins of a boor like you?
Don't ask me, it's his pretext.
So what exactly is going on in the capital? You said it's been seized.
Oh dear. I do hope nobody there has been met with foul play.
He's in no position to engage such a move until I've been removed from the situation.
I say the regent should be dealt with. I haven't heard one good thing about his leadership.
I've no intention of becoming a pawn in this game. All the same, I must return to Fargus at once. Didu, you will accompany me.
As you wish, Your Highness.
Felix, I'm sure your father will contact you soon. For now, just wait for Rodrigue to weigh in.
Ash?
Sorry, it's just that Lenato used to be in the Grand Duke's service, so...
He is a man of compassion. It's not out of the question he'll be swayed to my uncle's side. Truth be told, we're not sure where anyone's allegiances lie at this point. So let's not hasten to conclusions, any of us. We must all keep level heads. I'm told you are sending the knights to help us, Lady Rhea. I do not wish to sound ungrateful, but are you sure you want to do that?
The Church of Seros cannot overlook this grievance.
Regrettably, many of our knights were dispatched elsewhere several days ago on another matter. However, while we may lack numbers, we have put together a unit of considerable skill. It will be captained by someone near and dear to you, in fact. Someone well suited to a mission within the kingdom.
Someone near to... Ah, of course. That is encouraging.
Since its very inception, we have watched over the kingdom of Vargas as one would their own child. When its peace is threatened, the church has no choice but to act.
I have not forgotten your outpouring of aid after my father's passing 4 years ago. And I swear to repay that kindness in full.
One other thing, a suggestion, if you will, from the church.
Interesting. So she wants all of us to go with you?
Yes. This time, the Knights of Seros will be accompanying us, in addition to Professor Yuritsa.
Well, I certainly don't mind. But Annie and Ash, what about you?
You know I'm always behind you. But considering what it means for my uncle, I don't know. House Dominic's lands are surrounded by other houses that are likely to support Rufus's claim. If I join you, it could sour my family's relations with our neighbors.
I'll go. I mean, of course I don't want to get Lenato into any trouble. But I also know he'd want me to do what I think is right.
I'm sorry to place such a difficult decision on your shoulders, Ash. And what of you?
I'm in. The more time I spend here at the academy, the more I miss actual fighting. Besides, I want to use my powers to help. After all, the good or evil of a thing comes from the person wielding it. Am I right?
Indeed it does. You have my thanks.
There you go again, throwing yourself headlong into the first conflict you find. No wonder I have to keep stepping in to guide you. Still, we basically have no choice, so run wild, I guess.
I'll inform you of the details soon. Please ensure you're prepared by then.
Alright, so... Okay, how's it going, guys? This is the Main Sandwich, and welcome back to my Let's Play Farm Warriors 3 host.
Got a second? Not good.
Kinda gotta make this quick, so, last time we joined the Blue Lines, and now we're here.
Oh, that's right.
Let's see.
Let's give it a go.
Ooh. Book. Letter. I didn't want to be rude, so... And I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is Roderick's father, voiced by Jake Turney.
Nice day we're having.
I think it's pronounced.
Would it bother you?
I'm kind of trying to make this quick, so...
Got a sec?
I implore you. Greetings. You have my thanks.
The Duke has stamped out most of the troops who invaded Fraldarius. As things stand, a clash on royal soil and eventually within the capital is inevitable. As you are the only blood kin I have, my lord, I pray we might find a way to resolve this conflict peacefully. Bah, what rubbish. He sings of conciliation, but I know a threat when I read it.
Shouldn't you take better care of a letter from your dear nephew, my lord?
He's not expecting a reply. The creature means to slay me.
Your fear of Prince Dimitri runs deeper than I thought.
So Cornelia is voiced by, I believe,
You shouldn't
Jessica
have missed
D.
your
George,
chance
I
4
believe it
years
is?
ago in Dusker, or 2 years ago during the suppression of the rebellion.
And Dimitri's Uncle Rufus is
That's
voiced by
twice
John
you
Eric
failed to
Bentley,
kill him.
who was actually Rufus in
I've
Final
learned
Fantasy
my
VII
lesson.
Remake.
A lion's cub is still a lion, and one cannot slay a lion with a clumsy scheme. It's those monstrous eyes, Cornelia. They terrify me. is a vicious animal, yet he attempts to feign actual grief that we can't find common ground. The aberrance of it shakes me to my core.
I understand completely.
Every night since I killed my brother, I dream a lion is ripping out my throat.
Whoops.
You'll run yourself ragged if you live your days in fear of revenge. You are meant to rule Fargus, and you have the power to make it so. Your royal army is the finest in the realm, and if I may be so bold, you also have me. Put your worries to rest, my king. Sleep deeply and without fear.
I'm so utterly tired. Tired of being afraid. Tired of what I've become. All of it.
I see. And how much longer until Tullus gives the word?
I know only that something is amiss in the Imperial capital.
Curse it all! I am not waiting 1,000 years for that doddering old fool to act. Rally the Western Lords and their troops, and be quick about it. Have them make ready to intercept that whelp.
As you command, Cleobulus.
That's Cornelius' true name, I think.
According to our scouts, the enemy has positioned their troops on the capital streets.
So they can use the townsfolk as shields when we take the fight to them. With vulgar tactics.
Well, now that we know their strategy, our next move will be critical. A victory stained with the people's blood achieves nothing. We'll need to move our forces swiftly, but with caution. To do, has there been a reply from my uncle?
Nothing of yet.
I thought not.
Your Highness, will you truly be able to strike Rufus down when the time comes?
I will do what is required of me.
Preparations are complete, Your Highness.
The people are waiting for you, Dimitri. Let's not keep them any longer.
No, we'd best not.
You're our commander, but you look like you're heading for a funeral. Could you maybe try not being so insufferable?
Apologies for my demeanor. I've more than a few things on my mind. But very well. Let's begin our final war council.
You look pale. Not keen on fighting your own blood?
Sadly, I saw this fight coming long ago.
Then what's the problem?
Now that I've brought the fight to the streets of the capital, I wonder if my actions are right. Most of the people here favor keeping the royal line of succession. That's because my father and the kings before him maintained peace inside these walls. But ever since my uncle seized power, the people have been forced to endure his licentious reign. Did you know they asked me to assume the throne before my time at the academy? They said only a true king could undo Rufus's misrule.
So why didn't you?
Because it would have divided the kingdom, just as it's doing now. Yet had I supported my uncle's claim, it would have been open rebellion. And the only way to prevent such a rebellion is to invade the capital and kill the regent. In other words, I cannot restore my grandfather's peace without first breaking it.
In that case, there's no reason to hesitate. You know fighting is the only answer here. You just have to accept it.
My apologies. I have a bad habit of agonizing over such things. And as all of you have come this far to help me, the least I can do is make an attempt at optimism.
Alright, let's get to work. How many characters can... I guess we can bring up all of them, so we're not going to bring everybody, but I am going to bring... I really want to get Felix some experience on how to do that.
Fail.
Somebody else looks... That, maybe I really could use some experience.
I can depart at once.
I have a check with Branches, so I can't change. Yeah, I made the right choice there.
As we feared,
soldiers are using the townsfolk as shields. What cowards!
Our first priority is to secure the people's safety.
Ooh, that's pretty cool on this.
We'll start by eliminating guards on the capital perimeter. Commence the attack. This will go faster if we split into two groups. They're coming. Shut up the defense. We will proceed as planned.
Not a problem. I've got this.
I'll do what I can. It's worth a shot. Let's begin. It's time to...
Shall we? Let's...
Let me see.
Almost broke a sweat there. Next.
So it's still my kill.
Perimeter is secure. Things should be easier now that we know our backs are safe. Open the gates and seize the town. But ensure no harm comes to the people.
Do what I can. It's worth a shot.
Shall we? Let's give it a shot.
Not a problem. I've got this.
Let's begin. It's time to move.
We will proceed as planned. We must strive.
I'll do my best. I'm a little nervous about this.
We will proceed as planned.
Looks
We
like
must strive.
Begin the operation. Our orders are clear.
Hear you loud and clear. I'll make short work of this.
Shall we? Let's give it a shot.
Ferdiad is large. We should divide and conquer.
Hey, aren't the front gates still closed off? We should probably open them up so we can get reinforcements in here, yeah?
A fine idea. And if things go awry, we might need another way out.
Well, he's a balanced one. Clearly, that apple did not fall far from the tree.
To think they would involve innocent people. We must end this battle as soon as we can.
I shall take
Take a breather.
Is this really the best the officers of Eva can offer? Disappointed.
Not a problem. I've got...
I've awaited this moment. We will proceed as planned. We must strive to perform to the...
Not a problem.
Gosh.
I've got this.
It's worth a shot. You called.
I do this for His Highness. I'll show you no mercy. I've awaited this.
Take a breather.
Fling open the gates. Sorry, Your Highness. Stole your thunder there. I'll do what I can. It's worth a shot.
No one's attacking their arrow. No.
Not a problem. I've got this.
Shall we? Let's...
Your Highness, you're all right. Some nights we should have never let it come to this. Do not blame yourselves.
Not a problem.
However, I seek to make amends. Lend me your strength and help me reclaim the capital.
I can. Stand down.
Forgive me, my lord.
I see our enemy is somewhat competent. Deal with this Viscount Kleiman.
It's worth a shot.
Shall we?
Everybody should go over there, so I have Shane go over here.
Not a problem. Move out. Not a problem.
Worry not, Cornelia. We will save Prince Dimitri from that
Tried to go.
vile puppeteer who controls him.
Begin the Our orders are clear.
We will proceed as planned. We must
Shall we? Let's give it a shot.
Hear you loud and clear. I'll make short work of this. I'll do my best. I'm a little nervous about this. I'll do what I can. It's worth a shot.
Not a problem. My turn?
We need to take care of those soldiers before we're boxed in.
I suggest we again divide our soldiers to deal with the multiple threats, Your Highness.
This is just sad. Can we please hurry and get this battle over with?
Keep the people out of harm's way.
I've awaited this moment.
I'll show what I missed.
Calm
I'm glad to
no
help.
regrets.
Yeah, I haven't used finger lashes. I should use that.
Now's our chance. Attack! I'll do my best. Let's move.
Please, Your Highness, you must see reason. We are only doing our duty. Take him into custody. I have a lot of questions for him.
At once, Your Highness. Begin the operation.
Oh my god.
The town should be safe for the time being. Let's press on to the castle.
How do we breach the castle with the drawbridges up? These people are hopelessly outnumbered. Unleash our units from the strongholds and crush them all. I got this.
I'll do what I can. It's worth a shot.
Not a problem.
It's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. I'll do my best. I'm a little nervous about this.
We will proceed as planned.
Begin the operation.
Shall we? Let's give it a shot.
Let's begin. It's time. This could be our chance. There are controls by the castle gates that lower the drawbridges. We can do so from within the strongholds.
Do what I can.
I shall take the
My turn? Your Highness, the troops that escaped the castle have taken up position in the surrounding strongholds.
That won't do. We must retake them at once and ensure the town is safe for good.
You're here to rescue us. Give us the honor of joining you in battle.
I'll do what I can. It's what
I've awaited this.
Take a breather.
Let's start the attack.
Firing the gun. Here we go.
Here it comes! You're done!
You sure can. Good.
I've got this. Not a problem.
I shall take the lead. That's the last of the strongholds.
My turn?
It
Allow
should be
me.
much quieter around here from now on. And of course, the main entrance is blocked. We need to find another way in.
Well done. Now to lower the drawbridge.
Let's get that bridge down. Where are the controls?
Not a problem. Move out.
We will proceed as planned. I shall take the
Stand down.
Is it my turn?
Is it my turn?
Good. Now, if we lower the other drawbridge, we'll be able to attack the enemy from both sides.
My turn?
I've awaited this moment.
Clearly underestimated the royal wealth. Time for someone to put him in his place.
Now that we have access to both the east and west bridges, I've awaited this time to breach the capital, corner the traitors, and strike them down.
My, this is your lucky day. I've decided that you deserve my personal attention.
Ah, fate. You truly are whimsical. Will today mark my death or his? Either way, this must finally come to a close.
We must strive to perform to the best of our ability. We will proceed as planned. We must strive to perform to the best.
Not a problem. I've got this.
Shall we? Let's give it a shot.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, I get some therapy level ups, that's why I'm doing that.
Stand down.
We will proceed as planned. We must strive to.
Let's take it for ourselves. Stand down.
Uh-oh. Hurry. The way you run is funny.
Oh, why the long faces? Does our hospitality displease you so?
So, it's come to this at last. Well, no regrets. If you want my head, then come claim it. I intend
My turn. This ends here!
Called. Hear you loud and clear. Hear you loud and clear. I might.
on our pride as knights. We will defend our needs to the last.
Guess the picture's on that.
Too easy.
Shall we? I'm here to help.
Crush your defenses. I shall take the lead. We must strive to perform.
Not a problem. I'm here to help.
I'll do my best.
Look at me, getting wrapped up in my fun again. I must bid you farewell.
Let's begin. Allow. Let's do this. She's slippery.
My turn?
I had long hoped for a day we might finally see eye to eye. Foolish child. Awaited this moment. A man and a monster can never come to common terms.
Don't let the stronghold fall. To your post, everyone.
My uncle seems determined to not surrender, which means he gives me no other choice. What right do you have to rule over men when you're barely human yourself? You're an beast, nothing more.
Guard this place with your life.
Dusker when I had the chance.
Your Highness, we are moving Rufus to a cell and preparing him for questioning.
Good, thank you. I will join you shortly. Raise your voices with me, friends. You fought hard this day, and now victory is ours.
I'm strong. Gotta remember.
I'm still thinking PG, really?
I can't wait.
Got to give this a.
How can I?
No.
Ooh, got 3 of these, nice.
Something you feel like saying?
No.
All traitors get put to the sword. It's his duty as king.
Final words?
None for you. But tell me something, boy. Does it trouble you to slay your own kin? What a surprise. I did not think you capable of sympathy, craven monster that you are.
Yes. But either way, I do what I must.
Well, to perish by your hand, it is a fate that I much deserve.
Nintendo, everyone. For a Nintendo game, that's actually pretty gruesome for a Nintendo game.
Which leaves the Lords Elidor, Mateus, and Kleiman. We believe they, as well as many powerful Western lords, were accomplices in the assassination of the late king. Along with the Grand Duke, they seem to have received large sums of money and supplies from the imperial nobility. Thinking this to be recompense for the assassination in Duscar, we investigated the link further. In 1171, the mage Cornelia arranged for a certain powerful imperial family to come to the kingdom.
That's the year when my step-uncle, Lord Arundel, brought Edelgard here in exile.
Correct. We think Lord Arundel and his followers were behind the matter. They have deep ties to the imperial household.
As I suspected. You're a clever man, Margrave Gautier. Well done.
Thank you, Your Highness.
If we continue wringing information out of them at this pace, we'll soon have a clear picture of what transpired.
My uncle's attendants must also confess to the slaughter in Duscar. But now that things have come this far, we can't expect the Western Lords to stay silent. We need a way to keep them far from power.
Oh, there are always ways, provided you're willing to keep all your options open.
Yes, I suppose so. Let us speak more of this later. For now, spread word of what you have found to every palace and pub in the land. That should help keep the lords in check.
Is that wise, Your Highness? If we announce that Rufus was involved in the tragedy of Duscar...
I will not feed my people half-truths. They deserve to know.
I've always admired that candor, Your Highness. Yet such news is sure to create a degree of unrest in the kingdom.
So you suggest we bury the truth? Should it somehow come to light, the people's faith in me will be forever shaken. If the kingdom is ever to part ways with our bloody past, this is the path we must walk.
Fine words, though I doubt they'll appease the people of Duscar, nor the rest of Fargus, many of whom will not be so quick to forgive.
We thought you might say as much, which is why His Highness and I have devised a solution. I will resign the title of Duke and pass it to my heir.
Spare me, Rodrigue. One person with wild ideas is already one too many.
It's not wild at all, Matthias. Someone must bear responsibility for what happened in Duscar. People will naturally seek to point the finger at His Highness, and we need him unsullied if he is to lead. Someone has to get down in the mud and bear the slings and arrows for him. Who better for such a task than me?
Rodrigue will abandon his title and work with Dedu to restore harmony between our people. I'm not asking him to take his life. Rather, he offered to spend it to set things to rights.
In that case, we've only to deal with the issue of the throne. I believe we should move forward with your coronation straight away.
I agree. My time at the Officers' Academy was a valuable experience, but I belong here now. Obviously, Felix won't be able to return either. Have him come to me later, so I can deliver the news and an apology.
I've already had a word and told him what must be done. You've no need to apologize.
Yes, I have. As for you, Gustav, you'll also be staying here in the kingdom.
But I abandoned my homeland. There can be no place for me in Fargus.
I will make a place for you. I need your help. Lady Rhea will understand.
It would be my great honor, Your Highness.
Send word to the church and the lords. Count Galatea will be in charge of contacting the south. Now, there's another topic I'd like to discuss. I wish to reorganize my army. Since I have you all assembled, I'd like to hear your suggestions.
You still working, Dimitri? Have you even slept since the battle?
Never mind that. There's a favor I've been meaning to ask of you. It won't happen right away, but I'm considering the formation of a new private army. I need someone to captain them, and I was hoping it might be you.
And what does the leader of the kingdom need with a private army?
I fear my uncle may have rubbed off on too many of my knights. I'm not saying they're all bad, but it's clear as day that bribery ran rampant. To rectify the matter, I'm looking into a complete reorganization of the army. These next several years will be an age of civil war, and I want to be surrounded with the best and most loyal soldiers I can find.
Well, that does sound interesting. Still, I'm just a regular old grunt. Why put me in charge?
Because this will be an army of commoners, not knights and nobles. A mercenary like you is far more likely to earn their trust than some stuffy noble who's never known a day of hardship. Please, allow me to be clear. This is not an order. If you'd rather return to the academy, you're free to do so.
Are you kidding? I'm in. Thank you, Dimitri.
Having put down Rufus's revolt and ended his uncle's life, Dimitri draws closer to the truth regarding the tragedy of Duscur.
I think we can just skip this. And now starts Azure Gleam.
Azure Gleam. To war.
Let me skip this part. Hey, we skip it. I mean, we've seen it before, so I don't think it really matters.
Pardon my lateness, Your Majesty.
You needn't worry, Felix. I know your duties are many. Though, I'm afraid we could not wait for you to begin the discussion.
This is about the Empire's declaration of war against the Central Church, yes?
Indeed. As you're aware, we have already begun accepting refugees from Garrett Mach. But a few days ago, I received a confidential request from Seteth, asking us to protect the higher-ranking members of the Church, including Lady Rhea herself. Of course, we'd only meet this eventuality were Garrett Mach to fall. As it stands, we find ourselves quite literally stuck between the Empire and the Church. I'm not sure how much longer we can remain neutral.
If I might, Your Majesty, troubling as it may be, I believe it prudent for us to reject this proposal from the Church outright. Offering them shelter will only serve to provoke an invasion from the Empire. This matter of the Southern Church concerns me as well, but I believe we have more important matters to be fussing over at the moment.
Your counsel is much appreciated, Viscount Elidor, but I assure you, things are not as cut and dry as you make them out to be. The mandate granted to the King of Fargus and all the lords who serve under him is given legitimacy only by the grace of the Church. Are we to renounce the very heart of this kingdom simply because we shudder at the thought of invasion? War will always come at one point or another, and some degree of suffering is purely inevitable. You know this as well as I, Viscount.
You dare speak of suffering, do you? When the blaze of war will not scorch your lands in the north as it does ours?
I would normally agree that those of us from the Northern Territory should hold less sway in this discussion. But if Garrett Mach were to fall, the war fronts would not halt in the west. Your Majesty, what of House Rowe or Galatea, or the others in the south?
Not a word from Count Rowe as it stands, but I did receive a missive from Count Galatea. It read, "My people are not fools enough to rejoice in the surrender of their territories to invaders. There is no morality in turning our backs on the institution at the very foundation of our lives. We must support the Church as they have supported us."
Your Majesty, we owe a great debt to the Central Church for their role in quelling the uprising 2 years ago. To not repay such generosity in kind would risk weakening the trust of your vassals.
And if that happens, we might find ourselves right back in the same mess as before. They lack the crest of Blathid, but there's no small number of nobles who might crawl out of the woodwork claiming royal blood. The kingdom's already seen the turmoil and division such claimants can bring after the death of King Klaus.
But Duke Fraldarius, surely we are better served attempting to head off the very real and imminent war at hand, instead of debating hypothetical unrest.
I don't want my people to suffer the pain of conflict. But does anyone here really think the Empire will simply stop if we appease their every demand? Suppose we do let the Empire take the Archbishop. And suppose we accept this new Southern Church. Then what?
I imagine the Empire plans to install the Bishop of the Southern Church, Count Varley, in Lady Rhea's place. I fear I've heard nothing good concerning either the man himself or his teachings. They purport to be an arm of the Church of Seros. The Southern Church is nothing more than a mouthpiece for the Empire at large.
In other words, rejecting the Central Church in favor of this new Southern one would be no different from flat-out accepting imperial rule. It's hard to say just how they would treat our kingdom were such events to unfold. Though I imagine it would involve heavy taxation for the express purpose of bleeding Fargus dry and filling the imperial coffers.
Do you have something to add, Duke Fraldarius?
Not really, no. I was just wondering how long we were planning to continue this tedious charade. The question's simple. Do we hand over our kingdom and subject ourselves to imperial rule or not?
I believe the Margrave has been quite clear as to what will happen if we give in to the Empire's demands. We've all been informed of the rapid reformation their region has undergone. Many aspects of which I admire, I'm not ashamed to say. But an old, stubborn land like ours isn't suited for such tempestuous change. Radical new freedoms are not what the people of Fargus need right now. They need stability, steady improvement in their daily lives, and real, lasting change can only come from a solid foundation.
Sounds like your Majesty has made up his mind then. Just say the word and we'll leap into action.
The Holy Kingdom of Fargus will hereby offer asylum to the Church of Seros. Everyone, sharpen your blades and prepare for the battles ahead. Gustav, Dedu, make to ride at once. Our intentions must be made clear, not only to the Church and the Empire, but to Count Rowe as well, and all the other lords who failed to answer my summons.
Understood, Your Majesty.
Hey, did you hear? Sounds like we're gonna be going to war with the Empire.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Ever since His Majesty ascended the throne, we've been fighting battle after battle through every corner of Fargus. But I never thought we'd be going toe-to-toe with the actual Empire. I'd be nervous if it even felt real.
Don't worry. It'll start feeling very real very quick once the swords start swinging.
You know, that might be the single worst attempt at motivational speaking I've ever heard. Not that I'm much surprised at this point.
I can't help but wonder, though. What happens to Fargus now? I feel like things have been steadily improving lately, but not everyone favors His Majesty as I do.
Yeah, I hear the grumbles too. But there's not a ruler in the world who doesn't have their fair share of critics, right? All I know is we wouldn't be where we are now if not for him. I mean, look at me. Saddled with some mysterious power we don't know anything about, and he still chose to put his faith in me. It's only right I return the favor in kind. Oh, and speak of the devil.
Am I interrupting something?
No, of course not. Please, allow me to take my leave. Your Majesty, Commander.
So, you heard all that, huh?
More or less. I apologize for the interruption, but there's an urgent matter at hand.
Anything I can do to help?
There is. As you know, we've offered asylum to the Central Church in their efforts to flee the Empire. As such, we are to escort the Archbishop herself to the royal capital at once. I expect heavy pursuit from the Imperial forces, so I am assembling a team of those I trust most to assist in the mission. Of course, I'll be leading my own regiment into battle, but I was wondering if you'd be willing to accompany me.
Is that it? I'd be glad to. How are things looking at Garrick Mach while we're on the subject?
Grim. Neither the Knights of Seros nor the monastery ramparts are capable of holding off the Empire's massive military might. I dare say we have precious little time to waste. Prepare to deploy at once.
So now we're in this, so yeah. I might as well talk about all the characters' new designs, since, or at least all the characters got new designs for like, you know, all the
That
skins.
reminds me.
How tiresome.
And by the way, we have Roger playable now, and Anna's redoing this. So let's start off with the characters. I guess I can just mention, I can't show anything, but, I do want to point out that, Dimitri's design that you saw, he looks like a true Kane, and with the new design, I like that he has a beard, which looks really awesome on him.
I've been waiting for you. How about this?
Yeah, well, it's gonna be a long episode.
There you have it. I implore you.
Yep, so. And, who else can I mention? You guys saw Felix too, and Felix looks pretty cool.
You into shape.
And, just to show off, like, all the new characters, I guess, like, Ash, I already mentioned how I feel about his design. He looks alright. I like the scarf that Sylvain has, and I like Mercedes cut her hair, and I like the hat that she has on now. And Ingrid, despite her current haircut, she still looks pretty good. And that's how I feel about every design, basically. And a lot, and you see everything's open now because I opened New Game Plus, and I got oh, it's already unlocked, never mind. What else could use some? I gotta wait for experience to start over, and luckily I don't have to worry about Ash or Mercedes because of some New Game Plus, and these are the others. I can't even do anything with any of these guys except for like a little worry about what all these characters later. It feels weird seeing others, like seeing all these characters same ones now. But yeah.
Can't wait to see how you do.
There's an award available, so I'll go there once I work with other players. So I remember when I first played this game in Azure Gleam with the offset, I felt a little uncomfortable doing so because, you know, I just didn't feel right doing it. But I don't feel bad anymore doing it because I actually like
I carry a little of
offsets.
everything. Hope to see you again soon.
And now I can just do a fast travel. I'll tackle all these characters later. If I'm gonna go to the armor, because I guess I missed this person.
Welcome. Come back soon.
Already, so we all know what all
Which
these guys are.
battlefield are you headed to?
And I guess I can just show this off. I might as well show this. So this right here, Vanguard Whistle. You saw me get this in the last episode, my Scarred Lace episode. So if you use this, you can skip a mission. Of course, I'm gonna be doing this tomorrow, so I had to do it now, didn't I? Ah, man. More talking.
We've determined the Archbishop's course, Your Majesty. She makes for the Valley of Torment.
Then she's fleeing north, to Fargus.
There is also, of course, a passage to Daphne territory within the Alliance. And I surmise you are correct. She surely makes for the kingdom.
If Fargus has chosen to side with the Central Church, it stands to reason they'll mobilize their forces to escort the Archbishop. If they do rendezvous with her and manage to retreat to the kingdom, our one chance will be lost.
Yes. We cannot let her slip through our grasp. I will see to it myself that we don't. Your Majesty,
I will need a squadron well equipped for pursuit if I am to accomplish this task. One such as the Brigid Hunters. Given our considerable losses during the suppression of Garrick Mach, a smaller unit would be preferable for this undertaking.
Petra's unit. Very well. Take anyone you think could prove useful to your efforts. If we can capture the Archbishop, the tides of this war will turn drastically in our favor.
Agreed, Your Majesty.
As for you, gather the others. We must discuss what to do about the kingdom.
Right away, Your Majesty.
Okay.
I'll take these, though.
Come this way. At your service.
I think you know what the rest of this is now, so maybe we'll just end it off.
Care to make yourself useful? We all must do our fair share.
I guess I'm not
Care to
sure
make
if
yourself
you
useful?
You have my gratitude.
What?
Hunger is the true enemy.
Huh. No one feel hungry? Huh. Maybe it's something you've experienced, so... I could actually... I haven't touched it at all, so I gotta give it to her. Perfect.
Well,
Yeah, a lot to do now, so...
What is it?
It's... Okay, we'll end it off here now. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next episode. Until next time, catch you later.